From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Cascade Paint Supply is Redding's oldest family-owned paint store, established in 1953. We are the largest Dunn Edwards dealer in the nation, and most of our products are made in the U.S. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to answer your questions and help you today.
Well, the heart-pounding excitement is back. It's bucking by the river. Join Redding Rodeo May 15th through the 18th for 4 unforgettable nights of heart-pounding action with family fun and the unrivaled thrill of the rodeo. You can see the dates there on your screen between May 15th and 18th. The tickets are available now. They have been available. All you got to do is go to reddingrodeo.com, or you can call the number on your screen right here, 530-241-8559. All right, let's take a look at your weather headlines. The wind advisory, well, it's in effect for the valley. A little gusty in some spots here. Here's the thing. I think we're going to see winds, but this is not going to be a major wind event. I don't think we're going to see widespread power outages or anything of that nature. But, you'll notice it. It'll be gusty out there, probably a little bit windier than it was yesterday. Warming trend the rest of the week, but the showers return this weekend. And believe it or not, some fairly low elevation snow for this time of the year. And then we've got a big temperature drop from Friday going into the weekend. Let's talk about, first of all, some of the cold temperatures. So we have a frost advisory until 8 o'clock this morning. So if you're watching this at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, note that this will pretty much have expired at that point. But if you're watching it before then, just note, if you have sensitive plants or vegetation, there might be some damage. Now we have that wind advisory until 5 o'clock today. I think the gusts upwards of 40 miles per hour, yes. I think maybe in some areas, especially on the west side of the valley. But overall, you're talking about sustained winds at about 15 to 25 miles per hour, and then in some higher gusts beyond that. All right, so we take you through around the noon hour today. There you can see 20, upwards of close to 30 miles per hour. But look at this, by the afternoon, the winds will actually show signs of subsiding and getting weaker, especially as we go into your tomorrow morning. But still a bit on the breezy side. You can see in the eastern mountains, in the valley, still a tad breezy. In fact, the wind's just as strong tomorrow as they are today. So it'll be interesting to see if the Weather Service decides to issue another wind advisory for tomorrow. But bottom line, it's just going to be breezy, borderline windy today and tomorrow, especially for the valley. The wind should die down, though, as we take you on into your Friday. Here's your neighborhood forecast at a quick glance here. Of course, the breezy, borderline windy conditions for the valley. But, of course, mainly sunny skies elsewhere, maybe some clouds out along the coast. It's warming up, even for the higher elevations. So looking at futurecast for today, dry conditions, plenty of sunshine through a good portion of the day, maybe some clouds coming in later on this evening and tonight for the coast. This rain here is going to impact the coast and some of the higher elevations tomorrow, but still dry for the valley tomorrow as well. Here's what it looks like today. Temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 70s. So again, just tacking on a few degrees from what we saw yesterday, 60s, even some 70s, although mainly 50s and 60s for the higher elevations, but Trinity County around 70, inland areas around 70, and upper 50s to low 60s. Quick look at your 7-day outlook, and you can see, of course, those temperatures are increasing, peaking on Friday, before we see about a 20-degree drop from Friday to Saturday. Now for the valley, it's mainly Saturday that we'll see the rain, and then it dries out for the second half of the weekend and beginning of next week. A little bit more complicated for the coast and some other areas of the coast, maybe some showers Thursday as well as inland. I think Trinity County may dodge the system on Thursday, which, by the way, it's very weak. Most of the rain for everyone will be on Saturday, and then maybe a chance for a few lingering showers for the mountains and the coast on Sunday, and that may even linger on into Monday, by the way, as well. Here's a look at your Siskiyou County, as well as Modoc and the eastern mountains. Again, that chance for showers, nothing major, right? And then you can see dry conditions for your Friday main event. Look at that. I've got snow levels. Now, I've got it 3,500 feet for Siskiyou County. One thing I want you to keep in mind is that there may be a brief period of time it could get that low, but I think for the most part between 4,000 and 5,000 feet here throughout the weekend, and then it dries out for Monday, Tuesday of next week. All right, if that's the forecast you need to get you out the door, have yourselves a great day. Now let's take just a slightly deeper dive into the forecast and show you what's happening here. So we've got the storm track still up to our north. This is the storm system passing to our east. We've got another just to see this little area of low pressure right here, that's what's going to be kind of swinging down to the east as well. And that's one of the contributing factors to the gusty winds that we'll see today. Just kind of a repeat, kind of a quick reminder of what we're going to see here for today. Of course, the dry conditions. But as I mentioned, as we go into Thursday, the coast, Siskiyou County, Modoc County in the morning, all have a chance for showers. Yes, some of them may make their way into Trinity County, but for the most part, Trinity County, I don't think we'll see much out of this. Still a chance for a few showers by noon. Most of it's in Modoc County by the noon hour, and then we go into Thursday afternoon, and then through the afternoon, even some of those could kind of make their way to parts of the eastern mountains. But you can see, looks like that kind of pretty much dries out. Now, this system, very weak, that's approaching the coast on Friday, but still fairly dry. There is the leading edge of Saturday's rainfall. All right, so here's the big picture. Remember, I was talking about a little bit of a spin, so I just put this little bit of a low pressure here. This is going to be sliding to the south and east and weakening as it gets closer to us, and that's why the wind should subside through the afternoon today, but still breezy even going into Thursday. So that slides down to the south. The winds begin to die down. As we go into Friday, there's the approaching storm system. Remember, you saw that on Futurecast, some of the rain that's approaching on Friday. This cold storm system is going to dive down to the south. You see how we're beginning to see more snow in the mountains as well. Now, again, as I mentioned, between 4,000 and 5,000 feet on average, but there could be a point in time, especially as we go into Saturday night, early Sunday morning, could see some of the coldest air moving on in. But here's the thing. Remember, I was talking about the European forecast model and the GFS, the American forecast model, not really 100% in alignment in the positioning of this low. They're still not 100% in alignment, but what you'll notice is this low pressure system I've been talking about the last few days was actually projected by this model to be even more to the south. But now it's projected to stay a little bit more to the north. And the area of low pressure coming in from the European forecast model has been slowly working its way southward as well. So they're, the European still wants to keep the low a little bit more to the north, but for the most part, they're in pretty good agreement. And so with that overall vicinity of where that low pressure system is, it's really going to depend on just how much rain we get. So still not 100% sure how much rain we'll see, but we'll get a basic idea out of it. Then on Sunday, that moves out. There may be some leftover showers for some areas here, and just, a little bit of instability coming in on Monday could bring maybe a chance for a shower or two for some of the extreme northern mountains, maybe even along the coast as well, but nothing major. But look at this too. You see the packed lines here? Those are isobars. When they're tightly packed like that, we may see those winds pick up early next week, but then high pressure will start to kind of move in closer to us as we go through next week, which means warmer temperatures. So it's just kind of a general sense of footprint of the rainfall. So as you get into the reds and oranges and the purples, that's upwards of around 2 to 3 inches of rain. Could that be overdoing it? Maybe. I think maybe on the lower end of that, but look it out towards the north end of the valley. You start getting in the darker blues. Could see a half an inch to maybe upwards of an inch, especially the north end of the valley. But you see how you head down towards Chico, maybe about a quarter to a half of an inch, maybe about a quarter to a half an inch for places like Red Bluff as well. So, if we were to average it out for the valley at this point, about a half of an inch, give or take. And then, of course, you can see it looks like a little bit more as you head off into the higher elevations. All right, so we look at the precipitation outlook. Now we're going beyond the rain that we're going to see here over the weekend, and it's putting us in the near normal and the wetter conditions off to our east. So we're beginning to see trends of warmer and drier conditions here as we look into the long range. So looking at our wave heights for today, 6 to 7 feet out to sea here, you can see they're actually starting to drop a little bit here, but not by much. But overall, there still is a small cracked advisory through the day today for the coast. There you can see about north winds at about 10 to 20 knots. All right, so here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Those temperatures right around 70, give or take. I've got you dry all the way through Friday. If you see a passing sprinkle for places like Trinity Center, maybe north of that, maybe out towards Burnt Ranch, don't be surprised on Thursday, but overall, most of Trinity County should be looking at dry conditions on Thursday. And then, of course, Saturday, everyone's wet. So even for the inland areas and along the coast, maybe a chance for showers Thursday. Don't cancel outdoor plans, but just note you could run into a passing sprinkle. Again, the main rain event will be on Saturday across the board, with maybe a few lingering showers on Sunday. But today, yeah, you're looking at mainly sunny skies. Some clouds coming in later on this evening for the coast, but overall, lots of sunshine, especially inland. Siskiyou County, yes, you may see a stray sprinkle or light shower on Thursday, but don't cancel those outdoor plans. Heavier rainfall coming in on Saturday. And again, notice the snow levels. As I mentioned, the lowest will be Saturday night into Sunday morning, where we could see some of those lowest snow levels, but it won't last for very long. Could it impact travel? We'll see. It's one of those things you have to kind of stay tuned and keep watching those road conditions as well, especially over the higher mountain passes above 5,000 feet. Temperatures for the eastern mountains today looks like mainly in the 60s. Maybe even late in the day on Thursday, a passing sprinkle or light shower, but mainly dry through Friday with more rain coming in on Saturday. Here's your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by NorCal Tractor. Yes, it's warming up. Could some of us touch 80 degrees? It'll be borderline, but we're in the upper 70s, up to about 80 degrees Thursday. And there you can see those low 80s by Friday. Take you up north, 71 degrees out towards Whiskeytown, 75 for Lakehead, and 77 for a high today in Red Bluff. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook for Redding. Breezy, borderline windy today. I think the winds will be strongest today. They'll be weaker tomorrow, but I still think it'll be on the breezy side Thursday. And then Friday, we're up to 81 degrees. That's the peak of the warming trend. 20-degree drop approximately for the valley, 10 to 15-degree drop for the mountains, but you get the idea. Much, much cooler. Going into Saturday, the main event for the valley will be Saturday, that rain. And then, there you can see on Sunday, temperatures start to increase again, back in the low 70s by Monday and Tuesday.